So, you decided to become a freelance video editor, using some time spent on the internet to understand how a software works, and you're looking to make some money off of that. It's a reasonable request. Well, what does that look like in the big old 26? Well, step one, you gotta find a client. So how are we gonna do this? Well, there's many ways as a video editor to find jobs, of course. You can post on free job boards found on like Reddit or Discord, or even sign up for some paid Discord servers like Finzar server. For $5, you can post your own thing on there and get some quality people checking out your profile. But wait, I think we skipped a part. What profile, bro? You spend all your time gooning on the internet and think you know Premiere Pro? You actually need some shit to show on your page. And trust me, don't consider working with people for free to get some stuff on there. So let's say that you made a quick little show reel, spent some couple hours on making a thing that displays your proficiency and skills and talents with the oh so original PNG of a man in a suit with your logo on his face. And now so that you've posted all these job boards, it's time for the clients to start rushing into the doors, right? Right. Well, actually, unbeknownst to you, there are 50,000 other editors who are willing to work cheaper than you, faster than you, all these things. In reality, they're just scamming the other people so that they can get a quick buck and keep on pushing. Meanwhile, you can't stand out because these guys are covering the crowd, and you're just losing in a race to the bottom. So now let's say you start doing some outreach. You see some people posting jobs, and you send them a quick message, a quick DM, maybe even you email personal emails to creators themselves. And then what happens? Right? They just hire you and it's all gravy? Absolutely not, asshole. Almost like half these people that are posting jobs are in reality off the bat going to pay a ridiculous amount, or how about they even say, I'll pay you when I get monetized. That's just awesome, right? And let's say maybe your work doesn't actually apply to what they're looking for and they want to test you out. So you create a sample for them because this is common practice. Let's say you create, a short sample, take a couple hours to make that, send it back to them. Well, guess what? You might want to get a Ouija board out because they just ghosted you and that's the only way you're going to get in contact with them again. Or even better, they use that sample and a bunch of other samples they use from other editors and end up creating a Frankenstein version of a YouTube video without paying a single dime. That's just awesome. So that's why, pro tip, you should be putting at least like a little watermark or something onto every sample. However, let's say throughout these trials and tribulations you end up finding a good quality client and he's ready to sign on his first project with you. And that's where step 2 comes in, working with the clients. Of course, there are plenty of great clients that I've even worked with, which I actually enjoy working with. They give me creative liberty, they like what I bring, and they add some things that maybe make my work better and I improve as an editor. But that absolutely does not mean there has been horrible creators I've worked with. The crazy demands expecting editing to all of a sudden turn into a masterpiece that would get billions and billions of views. And don't get me started on when someone gives you multiple hours of footage, which is an absolute nothing burger. I'd honestly rather deal with a shit burger than a nothing burger because I don't even know what to do with that. But yet, you pull through, you persevere, and you get that video done to the best of your ability as an editor. You shoot it back, but then, of course, there's billions and billions of revisions going back and forth. Sometimes they would want you to revise something that was in the previous version, but they didn't think of it until the 5th revision. Eventually, you finally have the video done. Now though, is the scariest part with the client relationship. Are they going to sign back up with you? And in an ideal world, you like working with them and they like working with you and you keep on moving forward. However, is that one client actually enough to sustain an income in this economy? So that means you now gotta go back out to that board and repeat that entire process enough to at least give you a reasonable income. Or let's say you work with an agency, right? They take care of all that marketing side, they don't gotta do any of that for you, and they're just doing all that for you so you get to sit back, relax, edit the videos, do what you love, and improve your talent. But what does that actually look like? Well, getting severely underpaid so that basically your pimp can make some more profit off of it, and then also not getting any credit or recognition or any growth in your own personal editing career just so that you could get some work right now. That seems like a definitely reasonable trade-off that you should totally consider. Now, it might seem like I'm just painting out the worst picture possible, and that is true for some of the parts because there has been times where onboarding has been really easy and I've been able to get with clients very simply and they were very great to work with. However, the point of this video is to bring to light the absolute sheer quantity of bad faith actors on both sides. This does mean though that there is a solution. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. it's time for me to start shilling. You see, so about me, I've been an editor for about 2 years now. I've done this full time and I really enjoy doing it. I loved making content since I was like 10, and I just wanted to apply my skills to make some money working for myself. However, everything I mentioned is things that have actually been so annoying to deal with when I feel like the solution should be so much more simple, which led me to start building a better job board, a better freelance marketplace for editors. Something like YouTube Jobs is essentially what I had in mind. However, even on using that platform, I realized a major problem is that since it's just completely just no barrier of entry, anybody could go in, start uploading stuff, and start outreaching to people. But they can't even send a good outreach without paying some money to send to more people. And then on top of that, the entire YouTube job system is just based off performance and just based off of the monetary side of YouTube. And this is a little bit more personal, so it's a little bit more opinionated, but I personally really love the creative side of YouTube, where people actually appreciate ability, skills, and talent. And sometimes that isn't truthfully replicated with views, because maybe an editor doesn't get the opportunity to work with other creatives. And then outside of that, all these job boards are super shark hunting, and it's just a bunch of people scourging at any client they could get, ruthlessly tearing down any other editor next to them so that they could get their profit, leading to not really a community that's actually focusing on talent or skill or creativity. It's just selfishness and money. And so that's why with this job board, I have a couple of ideas in mind that I'm really looking forward to setting in use. I plan to have this set and launched by, ironically, April 1st. For updates and information on the site, it's currently open at musaid.com. You could go ahead and sign in with your email and you'll be sent information personally, and I'll also have a good way of recognizing the actual interest for this page. You could also go ahead and like this video and subscribe so that you'll be seeing content from here regularly about what the new stuff going on, and just more editor related content. And if you personally had any other things you'd like to see from the site or any additions you had in mind, feel free to send it to this email here. And other than that, hope you have a great day. Good luck editing.